What's going on, Realm Royale fans? We're heading into the next update, EA6, and I wanted to go over some of the changes that were made. First off, we hit the Warrior. We looked at the Heroic Leap specifically. There was actually a lot of feedback around the Warrior itself, but as we were looking at the classes across the board, we felt that the Warrior was actually pretty close to where he should be. We like the fact that the Warrior is very aggressive, can jump in and clear the gap very easily, and can also chase kills when necessary. It's the upfront kind of fighter. Now, one thing we didn't like about the Warrior's Heroic Leap was it was almost too easy to maneuver with. The air control being almost 100% meant that you could adjust almost like just a flying bird in the air. So we reduced the air control down a little bit to make sure there is a little bit of a risk reward between using the Heroic Leap versus not. And we removed the landing damage from the Heroic Leap, as none of the other classes have built-in damage to their movement ability, and we felt that the movement that came from the ability, the mobility aspect of it, was enough to warrant a very powerful ability overall. On to the Assassin. We got some feedback that the sniper rifle was a little bit too easy and too consistent to use at most ranges, so we did actually add a bullet drop to the projectile. This means that close to medium ranges it'll function very similarly, but at those long distances there is now more of a skill requirement to land the headshots and body shots when targets are very far away. We also did look at the Ghost Walk, and we normalized the duration of it across all ranks. This means that you won't get up to a 5-second duration on the Ghost Walk. We felt that, one, it's easier to predict if across the board it's more of a normalized effect, and then you're looking at cooldown reductions and the ability to use it, mainly because the 5-second duration on the Ghost Walk caused some engagements to reset too often for the Assassin, who already has a lot of tools in his toolkit. We also looked at the passive for the Assassin relative to the passive to the Hunter. This was a great piece of feedback from the tournaments and from the community that the weapon swap speed and the reload speed that the Hunter has is not useful for the longbow, but it's very useful for the Assassin. And on the Assassin, the movement speed for someone like the Hunter who needs that up-close movement with a reset on the dodge roll would benefit more. So we actually just swapped those. So the Assassin will now get the weapon reload and swap speed, and the Hunter will have the movement speed, which we feel fits a lot better. We looked at the Mage as well, some quality of life changes there. The sword will now activate a little bit faster and be able to be canceled quicker. So if you activate the sword and realize you are now exposed, you can cancel that half a second sooner, and just generally made sure the sword had some nice reaction to it. We also reduced the damage on the slug rifle and the burst rifle. While these weapons are functioning quite well for what they are for, they were outperforming the other weapons a little bit too much. So this damage reduction will bring them a little bit more in line with the other weapons you're choosing from. On the environment side, we've actually expanded the underpass to have more caverns and more loot involved with this. Last patch, if you're paying attention, we had some areas that were boarded up behind the cave, but around that forge, it's actually a full area now. So underpass is that much more viable to land on in the beginning of the match. Dragon Bones have appeared on the map, which includes a new point of interest for landing and for loot. We're very excited about bringing this more prehistoric and organic area to the map, and we hope you are excited too. That does it for EA6, everyone. Thank you so much for all your continued feedback and helping us make Realm Royale the greatest game that it can be. And we'll see you next time.